Hi everyone, welcome to Umoyo Life. Today I am at Umoyo Waterfalls, our beautiful location here. I'm with Stephen.
Hi.
Stephen is our shop manager in this shop. I wanted to talk a little bit about Himalayan salt because we got some beautiful Himalayan salt products here. And for some of you, you might be familiar with it, but for some of you it might be, well, it's salt, isn't it? What's the difference? Why would I choose Himalayan salt over normal table salt? So normal table salt is essentially just sodium chloride. So they've harvested salt and they've stripped all the minerals, other minerals that might have been in there naturally. They've taken that out to concentrate the sodium chloride. And then a lot of times they also bleach it to get that really, really white color. And then sometimes, very often actually, they add anti-caking or anti-clumping agents so that the salt doesn't stick together, especially in hotter climates. So the Himalayan salt, on the other hand, is a completely natural salt. So it has not been processed. And the thing with the Himalayan salt is that you can't see it here, but the reason the label is pink and everything is because the salt is pink. You can see it here, right? This beautiful pink color. So it looks very different to normal salt. And the reason for the pink color is due to all the minerals that naturally occur in the Himalayan salt. It's estimated that there are about 84 minerals and trace elements in Himalayan salt. So that's massive. Compare that to just normal table salt where you're just getting the sodium chloride. So you're getting all these other minerals in Himalayan salt. And minerals are so essential for our bodily functions. Yes, it's small amounts of them, absolutely, but energetically they're there. And remember, minerals, they work synergistically. Himalayan salt, the reason it's called Himalayan, doesn't take a genius to figure it out. It comes from the Himalayan mountains. So it's millions of years old seawater that has evaporated, and now that is what they're harvesting, the salt that remains in its very, very natural state. So we have the fine salt. You can buy it fine, you can buy it coarse, and then of course we have the salt grinders here, a small one and a large one, so whatever you like. In addition to the beautiful Himalayan salt that you can eat, we also have these salt lamps, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. And this one's all wrapped up, but when you get this, you get a little lamp that goes inside, and then that's connected to your wall socket. So when you switch it on, it has this beautiful light. It just looks delightful. And yeah, you can get it just because of it, the ambience it adds. It's nice to look at. But it also has these amazing health benefits that I wanted to tell you a little bit about today. And the reason for those health benefits is that it releases, when you switch it on, it releases negative ions. Why is this important? It's important because our daily lives these days, where we are exposed to all these electronic gadgets, and where some of us are in front of a computer the whole day, or our phone in our hand the whole day, all these electronic devices release positive ions. And we get like this positive charge in our body, and that's not good. So this, when you switch on the Himalayan salt lamp and you get those negative ions, it kind of neutralizes those positive ions. And that helps. It's anti-inflammatory in the body. And anything that has an anti-inflammatory effect is really beneficial for us. Because remember, all chronic diseases has an inflammatory component or cause. So we want to dampen that inflammation as much as we can. And the salt lamps, through the release of those negative ions, can really, really help. People have also said that it helps with respiratory conditions. So for instance, if you have a child maybe with a bit of asthma, or they have a cold and a flu and they can't sleep, put one on in their room and it helps them sleep. It actually helps with general sleep as well. But anything to do with increasing your ability to breathe, the lamps have shown quite useful. And then also, of course, if you know you're going to sit in front of a computer all day, then have one on your desk. We have the small ones as well. Just put that next to your computer so you kind of negate the negativity of the electronic radiation from your electronic devices, if that makes sense. So there's nothing wrong with salt, with sodium chloride. I mean, sodium is something that is essential for the body. We all need it for our bodies to work properly. The problem arises when we eat too much of it, and we eat too much of it. And in Zambia, for sure, we eat too much of it. Generally, in population studies, it's estimated that most people are eating twice as much sodium chloride that they should. Okay, so we do need to cut down on the amount of sodium chloride that we eat. If you eat too much sodium, too much salt, then you can run into problems with your heart. So it's not great for your heart. You all know, you've probably heard that it's not great for high blood pressure. So definitely, if you've been diagnosed with high blood pressure, stay off the salt. Really limit your intake of salt. And remember, a lot of the salt that we take as well is in processed foods. But the nice thing then with the Himalayan salt is that it's not just sodium chloride. You're getting all those other minerals in the body. So it's a wonderful way to expose yourself to all those minerals. And certainly, like, if you've been out and about on a hot day, feeling a bit dehydrated, or maybe you know you're going to do some sports out in the sun and you know you're going to sweat a lot, and you want to, you know, you're going to lose those electrolytes through your skin through sweating, and you want to add it back in your body, the Himalayan salt is wonderful to do that rather than normal table salt, because it's not just the sodium chloride. You're getting all those other minerals and trace elements, so you can help get that back into the body. So the way to do it, just get some water, take about half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, mix it with the water, and if you want to, you can also add a little bit of lemon in there and some honey, and you have a beautiful drink just to replenish all those electrolytes and give you that boost if you've been out on a hot summer's day or doing sport. Hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. As always, please let us know. Give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Take care.